Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video okay, so as I was getting ready to record my video of the day, I realized that I have actually recreated the look I had when I shared with you that story, you know, about how I lost 10 years of my life with an old white guy. And I thought, you know what, I might as well give you a backstory of how and why I decided to record that story, okay? And also I want to share with you 3 amazing things that happened after I shared that story. So for the longest time, I had been defending myself on TikTok because my followers were not understanding where I was coming from when I'm telling them that, you know, you as a young woman, you shouldn't go on a dating site looking specifically for an old white guy, thinking that he's gonna be, you know, your savior. He's gonna be the one who is gonna change your life, okay? And for the longest time, these girls came after me. They were like, Rose, why do you always talk like that? And I remember there was one girl, we had an exchange, like a really long exchange. I think in the end, I ended up blocking her or something because she really came at me in a very disrespectful way. And I was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Like, I'm not gonna deal with you like that. You don't know me like that, okay? So I remember one time I went on a live stream. I opened a live stream on TikTok, and I said to the girls, I said, you know what? I am going to record a video and I'm gonna put it on YouTube because I don't want, because TikTok you're only allowed to record video up to 10 minutes long. I know they said you can record up to 30 minutes, and even now they said up to 60 minutes. But the problem is, once you record a long video, sometimes it refuses to post, right? And because it's a story that it was like, you wouldn't believe how many times I recorded the first part of that story and deleted it. So I was like, since it's a very sensitive story, I don't want to keep recording one part after another, you know, 10 minutes, because I might change my mind, and I didn't want to change my mind, okay? I wanted to sit in one sitting and just record the story and be done with it. So I told these girls, I said, I'm gonna record this video for you, I'm gonna record this story for you, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube. So every time you ask yourself, you're like, Rose, why are you always, you know, warning us against dating old white people? Like, what is the issue? Then you can go to my YouTube channel and you can watch my story, okay? And I told them, I said, I am not saying that all old white people that you're going to meet on dating sites are bad people, but there is a chance you could end up like me, okay? So I went and I set up I got dressed in this dress, and I set up my camera and my light, and I started recording. And to be honest with you, as I was recording, it actually hit me. Like, I was like, oh my God. You know, sometimes once you speak the words out, you know, you hear the words when you're speaking them out, it hits you. Because I remember the first part I recorded, I had to delete, I had to delete that video. I think I only reached up to like 5 or 6 minutes or something. Then I had to start over. And I did that a couple of times actually. So as I was recording that story, I was like, you know, should I post it or should I not? Because, you know, you always have this image that you put out on social media. For me, I have been big on TikTok. I had been creating my content on TikTok, even though I had posted a few videos here on my YouTube, but I was more on TikTok, okay? Right now, I'm very close to 60,000 subscribers on TikTok. So then I was like, it's a good thing if I record it and put it on YouTube, because like it won't be seen by many people anyway, because I was like, I have been begging my TikTok followers for years since I started this YouTube channel. I think I started it in 2020, so it's almost 4 years that I've had this channel, and I had been begging them the whole time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Because for me, I thought, since I have like over 50,000 subscribers, I was thinking if only 5,000 of them would come and subscribe to my YouTube channel, it will get me somewhere. but only a few actually came and subscribed. So I was like, okay, that's okay. I'm just gonna put my story here. It won't be a lot of people that would see it anyway, but I will be, every time I go live on TikTok, I'll be sending the girls to my YouTube channel. I'll be like, my story is on my YouTube channel. Go and see why I am so passionate about this topic. So now, I just want to take you back and say, before I posted the story, I had actually reached 1,000 subscribers on my own, slowly but surely. And I took a screenshot. I'm going to put it there. So I had reached 1,000 subscribers. So I was like, okay, well, it's okay. But I had not reached the required watch time for YouTube to qualify to be on the YouTube partner program. So I was like, okay, it's all right. I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I don't think I'll ever reach the watch time requirement because it's 4,000 hours. So I was like, it's all right. It's all right. I'm just gonna be putting my content on TikTok. And whenever I want to say something and it's a long video, I'm just gonna be putting it here on YouTube. So recorded the whole story in 3 parts. I recorded the first part, then I recorded the second one, all in one sitting like this. I just sat here and I told the story, and then I was like, okay, I took a deep breath and I released the first part. I released the first part and I was like, okay, tomorrow I just want to release the whole story and then be done with it. And then that's it. Because every time I had recorded a video and put it on YouTube, it only used to get like 200 views, like, you know, and especially once I put it the following day, if I go look at the video, it will have like, I don't know, 50 views or something like that. So I was like, once I put it there, it won't be seen by many people anyway, but at least it's there. I can send the girls to come and watch. So I posted the story and I went about my business. Like, I didn't expect anything out of it. You know, I have recorded a few videos and put on YouTube and nothing happened. So then I started seeing notifications on my email. The first notification that came was that I have qualified for the YouTube partner program. I was like, how? How did that happen? Because that happened like within 24 hours of posting the first part. I was like, no way. So I went to the channel. I was like, wow, okay. So now I had already reached the requirement for the 4,000 watch hours. Of course, I had already reached the 1K subscribers even before I put the story out. So that is the first amazing thing that happened, because of course, everybody on YouTube, you want to qualify for that partner program, especially when you keep seeing these videos, say, oh, look how much my YouTube channel made me, look how much I made with this one video, look how much. So you're like what's wrong with me? I'm recording videos, I'm putting them on YouTube. So yes, of course, everybody who is creating content on YouTube, you do want to reach that milestone and you know, taste that YouTube dollar. So now that was the first thing. Like, I was really excited about that, and of course I went through the application process, and I was successful, and then from there, I started receiving these messages on my Instagram. And I received many messages. Amongst the messages was this message from somebody who introduced herself as a producer of the Lean Googie show. I was like, no, you're pulling my leg. You know, I receive a lot of these scam messages. Even the other day, I received a brand partnership offer, which I forwarded to a friend of mine who works a lot with brands, because I could see it looked like a scam. So I forwarded it to her, and she said, yes, that is a scam. So I do get a lot of those things. Even before my YouTube channel took off, I used to get those. I guess they just sent to everybody. So I get this message from this lady, and she introduces herself as the producer of the Lean Ngugi show. I was like, are you kidding me? No way. There is no way like a producer of the Lean Ngugi show, one of the leading shows in Kenya, could be contacting me. Like, oh, what are you talking about? I was like, this is a scam. I went to her page on Instagram. I started snooping. I went to her page. I don't know where else I checked. I was like, wow, Lean Ngugi is following her. Lean Ngugi is actually commenting on her content. I was like, could it be? So anyway, long story short, I spoke to her because she said, would you be interested in taking part in our rebuilding series? I was like, yeah, I would. But the issue was I was not planning to go to Kenya like anytime soon. You know, I was like, yes, I would love it, but I'm not currently in Kenya and I don't know when I'm gonna be in Kenya. But when I'm in Kenya, I am definitely contacting you. She was like, yeah, sure, you know, give me a call or send me a text when you're in Kenya and we can see what we can do. I was like, wow. So anyway, unfortunately, it happened that after having that conversation, there were others as well who contacted me about interviews, and unfortunately, that's when my brother passed away. So indeed, I ended up in Kenya very quickly. But of course, it wasn't under happy circumstances, you know. But I was like, you know what, when I go back, when I leave Kenya, it's gonna take time for me to go back to Kenya again. And I really would like to do this interview. So, and unfortunately, as soon as I landed Kenya, which I have mentioned before, I lost my voice. So I was like what is happening? Like, I would like, once we are done with the funeral and everything, on my way back, I can do this interview, you know, even though like it's difficult time, but I can just, you know, take a moment and do this interview. So I started communicating with this lady, the producer, and she was really nice and she was really sweet. Like, shout out to Dama. And then she was like, you know, you just tell me how you feel, and you know, you just tell me how you feel. So towards the end of my visit in Kenya, just the last day, actually it was the very last day, I contacted her and I said, I'm not really sure, but I really would like to do this interview before I leave. She said, you know what? I told her my voice is not good, as you can hear, and this interview is of course a very emotional story, and I know if I tell the story and I start crying, I'm not gonna be able to tell the story, because unfortunately when I cry, my throat closes up, and of course my voice was not good. So I knew that if I cry, I am not gonna be able to tell the story. Because a lot of people ask me, Rose, how come you are just, you know, just sort of like, I would say just sailing through the story, like you didn't have a lot of emotions attached to the story. When we went for my brother's funeral, of course I cried a lot, and as I said, my throat closes up when I cry. I couldn't talk at all. There was no voice coming out of you know, out of me, you know. So I knew if I started crying during the interview, it was not going to be successful. So that is why some of you feel like I just sailed through the interview and just sort of like just told the story without emotions attached to the story. As I said, I knew that I had to do everything I could not to cry, because I wouldn't have been able to tell the story. Anyway, long story short, told the story, went to the airport, and I left. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna mention that interview anywhere, because we had a lot of technical issues, which Lynn actually mentioned. So I was like, I'm not even going to post any photo that we took until the interview is posted. And actually, I like that I did that because there was a guy I saw on LinkedIn who was complaining that he did an interview and the interview was never posted, and he doesn't know why the interview was not posted. And I was like, the thing is, first of all, yours is not the only interview that they have done. And of course, they have their own way of, releasing content. I guess because I'm a content creator, I understand these things. So I wasn't worried or feeling any type of way. It took a little bit of time, but I was like, I'm sure they're working on it. If it doesn't work, I can go back. When I go back to Kenya, I can go back and do the interview again. So the day came. And the producer actually sent me a link and sent me a message. Like, that girl, God bless that girl. She's so sweet. She's so professional. She's so polite. Wow. Anyway, she sends me this link. She's like, your interview is up. Good luck. So I went and I watched the interview. It was quite long. I didn't realize it was actually that long. I watched the interview and wow. Anyway, after the interview, that is when now the subscribers of the Lean Ngugi show came to my channel and just kept subscribing and I reached 5K. I posted that also. And then I was like, wow, this is nice. So it helped me, that story. It's like God just gives you something beautiful out of something ugly, because it was an ugly story. I wasn't even sure that I wanted people to know about that, because of course I was scared of the trolls. I was scared of judgment. I was of course scared of people who know me watching that story and people who don't know that part of my past actually now finding out about my past. And some people actually even distanced themselves, because I guess they had this image of who I am, and then once they found out that's who I am, they were like, okay. And that is okay. That is okay. So I got the subscribers, and then I got of course I got monetized. So those are the two things. And the third thing is, of course, that interview with the Lean Ngugi show, because that on its own, being featured on such a platform where great people sit on that couch and you're sitting there, I was like, am I dreaming? That is an honor. That was one of the highlights of what happened to me this year, the good things that happened. Unfortunately, it just came so close to the horrible thing that happened to me, losing my brother. But I thank God that I was able to do that interview, and I thank God that that is what my YouTube channel actually needed to take off. I have been here, as I said, trying, and finally that interview and sharing my story helped me out. Okay, of course now my views have gone back down, and you guys, please watch my videos all the way to the end and share with your friends and share with people. I am just right now I'm at 8,000 subscribers, and I'm thinking I'm posting a video and it's not even reaching 1K. If you're my subscriber, please watch my video. It really helps a lot when you watch, okay? And especially if you watch and comment and share, it really helps. I appreciate your presence, being here, subscribing to my channel. I don't take it for granted. As I said, I had tried, and in the end, I guess I had actually given up on YouTube. Actually, I had another channel. I had two other channels. I still have them, but one is kind of, I think it's just, it has died a natural death. I had an affiliate marketing channel that I had worked so hard to build, and it reached to a point where it was not going anywhere, no matter how much effort I put in releasing content. There was even one time I challenged myself to release a video every day for a period of time. I don't remember for how long, but I saw it wasn't progressing, so I sort of gave up on that channel. And then I have another channel which I post some really amazing videos according to me. And that channel has refused to reach 1,000 subscribers. It has refused. That channel is actually older than this channel. So all that to say that I don't take your presence here for granted. I don't take your subscription for granted. Thank you so much for your support. Please watch my videos. If you're my subscribers, if you see I have released a new video, please watch, like, comment, share if you think it's useful. And I just wanted to come on here and share a few good things that came out of that story, because that is quite a sad story. Sometimes I do watch my videos back. Sometimes when I'm relaxing, I do go back and watch my own content. And as I was watching that video, the first one and the second one, I was like, wow. I was hoping though that video would reach, I don't know whether it's the first part that is at 74K. I was hoping it will reach at 100K. I hope it will at some point, but it's been 3 months now and it's sort of like stuck on 74K. But yeah, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm so grateful that I got the courage to share that story. It's not an easy story to tell. You are sort of like just exposing yourself and exposing your foolishness. And but for me, I just felt like if I can just save somebody, just one person, one young lady who is doing online dating and thinking that if they go on a dating site and find an old man, that's where the riches will come from. That's where they will omoka, because I thought I had found a mzungu, therefore I'm going to omoka. And if I can like help her not, commit and just, destroy her youth and destroy her life, then my job is done. I mean, come on, if I had come across a video done by Rose, my video, maybe I would have come up with a way to get out sooner. I don't know. Maybe I would have listened. Maybe I wouldn't have listened. I don't know. But the thing is, I have seen some girls who have watched that story and they have come to my Instagram. I remember there was one girl, she's so young, I think she was like 21 or 22, and she wrote me a very long message. And I actually like those long messages because I'm like, she's saying something. So I read every bit of that message and I was like, I actually cried, because the girl was going through exactly what I was going through. And she said, you know what, Rose, your video has given me the courage to leave that relationship, to leave that old man. Because I can see we are heading nowhere and he's abusing me mentally and emotionally. And I was like, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly, there was a time I was even considering taking those videos down because there were some trolls that really came for me, and I kept, hiding their comments from the channel and doing all that. And I was like, should I private those videos and just continue with my channel like I was before? But then I was like, no. No, I'm not gonna do that. This was actually before the interview. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna leave those videos there. Okay. And when I was contacted about the interview, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna even expose this story to even more people. In fact, if I had not gone to Kenya, under those circumstances where I had lost my brother, if I had just gone to visit Kenya, I would have done more interviews. I would, because I had more offers. I had like 4 more offers on my Instagram, but I couldn't take them up because, first of all, as I said, even this one, I did it at the last minute on my way to the airport. but I am not afraid anymore. It is my story. Yes, I did that. Yes, yes, yes. You can say I was foolish. You can say whatever you want to say, but there is a message from a young girl on my Instagram that made me know that me sharing my story was worth it. It was a good idea for me to share that story, because that girl has put herself together. She of course, she, according to the stories that she told me, she is in a better position than I was. It's not like, for me the issue was I had nowhere to go, I had nothing, but with her she's a little bit in a better position than I was, and she was able to live. That is the most important part. She was able to live. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I will continue raising awareness. I will continue releasing these videos, and I hope that people will learn from my mistakes, and people will take my tips and they will help them. And thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube channel. If you would like also to subscribe to to my membership, to the membership of this channel, you can just click the join button. That will also go a long way in supporting the channel. And I'm just so grateful that I have 3 things that I can mention that they're just amazing things that happened out of sharing my story. It's God just gave me beauty for ashes, and I highly appreciate that. And yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. I wasn't actually going to make this video. I had another video that of course I'm gonna create, but I just sat here and I was like, you know what, let me just tell the people how and why I decided to record that video, and also sort of like give them a backstory and tell them 3 most amazing things that have happened out of that story. My channel is growing. I hope we're gonna get to 10K soon. That's my goal before the end of the year. I know it's but I think we can get there. We can get there before end of the year. We have about 2 months, okay, to get the 2,000 subscribers, okay, because right now we are at 8K. We are almost 8,500. Okay, so we can get 1,500 subscribers before the end of December. I'm manifesting. We will get to 10K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now, and please remember to subscribe if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed. My name is Rose. Bye bye for now.